Today's video, we're going to get a little intimate, so stay tuned. Thanks for tuning into my channel. I appreciate you today. Since, like I said in the intro, we're going to get a little intimate in our discussion. So I'm Danielle. If you've never been to my channel before, welcome. I'm guessing that if you are new to my channel, it's because of the topic of our today's video has just kind of caught your eye, and you're probably like me and you've suffered from insomnia, sleep disorders for quite some time, and you're interested to see what is being said. So again, I welcome you. Just to give you a little information on my sleep story. In 2014, I was thrown into menopause, and it was the result of an emergency surgery that had to happen to save my life. But from that moment on, I have not slept. I've had trouble sleeping. I can probably count in the 7 years since that surgery. It's been a little over 7 years now. There may have been 3 days in the last 7 years where I have fallen asleep on my own. And when that has happened, my family's tried to figure out what the heck's going on. I must be very sick, which I was, because I need assistance in sleeping. So I've done all kinds of things, and I'm going to share with you where I've been and what I'm currently doing that's helping me get a good night's sleep for once. So if you're one of the 1/3 of the US adults that has struggled with sleep, you're not alone. We've got some stats from the CDC, and it shows that not getting enough sleep is linked to a number of chronic conditions and diseases such as type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, depression, to name a few. I mean, I can honestly speak for the obesity factor. Prior to having weight loss surgery, if I didn't get a good night's sleep, I didn't have the energy to exercise. I didn't have the energy to live to my fullest potential. I would make bad food choices, and it certainly contributed to the obesity factor. And little did I know at the time, I also had sleep apnea. So that was interfering with my ability to get a good night's sleep as well. Also, it says that not getting enough sleep leads to higher incidence of motor vehicle accidents and issues at work that could cause injury. It's known that the week or two after daylight saving time, you're either falling, was it spring forward or fall backwards? There's a higher number of motor vehicle accidents during that time as people are adjusting to the new time changes of gaining an hour or losing an hour and things like that. So like I said, there's a direct correlation. So you've probably heard the term sleep hygiene and might not be familiar with what is considered good sleep hygiene. In addition to having a comfortable mattress and bedding and things of that nature, it's recommended that you only use your bedroom for sleeping or intimate relations. You can try to avoid lounging in there or reading or doing other activities. Just leave it for sleeping and, it's also said to keep your room cool, keep the temperature down. And one thing that has helped me through the years is to keep a notepad close by. I'm a busy woman. I have a lot of responsibilities and a lot of projects and things that I manage. So that brain is constantly going. So if I have a notepad close by, I can jot down something, and then I can just shut that off and not have to worry about it the rest of the night. And I can try and fall asleep. It's not a distraction. It'll help me fall asleep faster. They also recommend that you maintain a consistent sleep schedule. So for those of you that want to sleep in later on the weekends, that might be contributing to some of your problems. It's recommended that you go to bed at the same time every day, 7 days a week, and that you rise at the same time 7 days a week. It's also recommended that you limit naps. Great nap, look at this baby. I mean, Yeah, we remember sleeping like a baby. I couldn't tell you the last time I slept that peacefully, but um, naps are great, but it can interfere with your ability to sleep later in the day when you need to go to bed for the night. So if you can, try to avoid the naps. Keep the lights dim in your room. Remove electronics. So no TV in the room, no phones. They, recommend that you put your phone across the room. If you're constantly hearing Facebook notifications going off or whatever apps you might be associated with, you won't hear anything when you subscribe to my channel. I'm not going to have things going off, at least not in the US. On the US times, they're going to interrupt your sleep, but you certainly could get all kinds of distractions with your phone and your tablet and your laptop. So if you can, remove them out the room or just have them across the room so that it's not immediately interfering with you, or even the lights from the phones and those devices might keep you up. And if you can't sleep, they recommend that you try and sleep for about 15 minutes. If you can't sleep, get up, get out your bed, go do something boring. Walk around, get bored, start to get in that sleep mode again, try again. And it's developing that habit. It may sound silly to get up out the bed, but it's developing that habit and getting your body ready to go to sleep. If you're somebody that's exercising, try to do that earlier in the day. It can really keep you revved up and your body's still going, and it'll have a hard time falling asleep and getting into that sleep mode. And caffeine, we know caffeine, we love that caffeine first thing in the morning because it gets us going. But if you're drinking it at 4 o'clock in the evening or 7 o'clock at night, it's going to get you going. So try to avoid that caffeine. So this is just a few of the things that I've tried through the years. I've tried melatonin, I've tried Unisom, I've tried Tylenol PM, Excedrin PM, Valerian, which we should see here, but I apologize that the image is not showing here. But I've done it all. I've had the Kroger sleep aids, the Walmart sleep aids, everybody's sleep aids. Benadryl, I do have allergies, so I would take Benadryl, and I understood that to be something that could help me sleep. So through the years, I increased the dosage. Typical dosage is 25 milligrams for one tablet. I mean, it's gotten to the point where with the different sleep versions of different Tylenol, the Benadryls that I had, I was taking 2 pills. So you're looking at 50 milligrams. That's a nice amount. That's like an emergency mode of a dosage that you would get if you were in a medical emergency. You might get 50 milligrams at a hospital. So I was taking that every single night for a while. And during the day, I'm tired. It's lingering on. I can't sleep it off. Tylenol PM was another one I couldn't sleep off. And I found out through the years that products like Unisom have the same active ingredient as the Benadryl and the Kroger sleep aid that we see here, and the Tylenol PM. They all have that same ingredient that is based on the Benadryl. So I might have gotten away from the Benadryl, but I was still getting that same active ingredient by taking these other products. I tried melatonin. They tell you different dosage. Some will say 2 milligrams, some say 5, some say 10. Trying to find that sweet spot. I was doing that for a while. It didn't work for me. I tried to hang on with it for a couple of weeks just because they said, it helps you sleep. It doesn't put you to sleep. And after so many days of sleeping three hours a night, trying to get my body used to that melatonin, I couldn't do it. I went back to the old options. At one point, I was taking the melatonin gummies, and I had just one, and then I got up to 2. So we were looking at 5 milligrams of these melatonin gummies, and they were knocking me out. I mean, it was very effective. However, I started having side effects. I was having very weird dreams, just very odd dreams. And at one point, I was having breast tenderness, and I said, what the heck is going on? I'm out of that window. So that isn't something that I should have been experiencing, but apparently that is a side effect of too much melatonin. You wouldn't think that a natural product like a melatonin would have side effects or possibly overdosing of melatonin, but you can. So the melatonin gummies, as effective as they were, I've got very frustrated at that point. You know, again, this has been 7 years that I've been dealing with this. So I look for some other natural options outside of melatonin. So this is actually what is finally working for me. And one thing that I didn't say so far is the fact that I haven't had any over-the-counter, I haven't had prescription medications. I have not gone the route of Ambien or Trazodone or anything like that. I mean, I've talked to my doctor, and you know, I had concerns because I've had family members that have tried those medications, and you know, things like Rimron and different things that they may give you for to help with sleep can cause all kinds of other issues, including weight gain. And as somebody that's, you know, had weight loss surgery, you don't want something that's going to make you gain weight, even though you so desperately want to go to sleep. But this is what is finally working for me. I've been using this for probably about 2 months now. I purchased a wax warmer. I got one that looks actually just like this on Amazon. There's all kinds of price points for them. I've got several in different parts of the house, but I have to say the ones that I like, this one that I paid a little bit more money for, definitely work better than the ones on the lower end. I had one the other day that didn't melt the wax at all, so I've retired it and probably need to replace it. But I use lavender wax, as well as periodically the lemongrass and ginger. This particular one is the Walmart brand that I, you know, just empty it out every time I go to Walmart. I think you get 6 in a pack, and they're under $1 each. I also use this is the brand that I use, the Better Homes and Garden lemongrass and ginger spray. I just spray that right on top of the wax, and it melts. I put it on a couple hours before I go to bed, maybe an hour or two before I'm real serious of going to bed. Might even do a lavender bath with lavender body wash, again, just to relax me and get me in that mode to go to sleep. But the most important thing that has really made a difference are the sleep aid sleep patches. I was looking for some bariatric vitamins and stumbled across these sleep patches. I still take a Benadryl. I take a half a Benadryl because, you know, I do have allergies, so I still find the Benadryl to be effective, but I don't need 2 pills. I don't need 2.5 pills like I was having to do before because of these sleep patches. This has really made a huge impact on my sleep schedule. And I purchased these on Amazon. You get 30 patches. I think they're around $20. You can subscribe to their monthly subscription and get them for a little bit less than that. But like I said, it's made a difference. They do have the valerian root in there. And I even noticed last night, I just had these other things going. I had the wax warmer and my half a Benadryl, and it was 11 o'clock and I was still awake and couldn't figure out why I was awake, but I had forgotten to put my patch on. So I do recommend with the patches that you don't put it in the same spot. Every night. I did that for probably the first month or so. I kept putting it on the same little top spot on my shoulder. And I looked one day and realized that the patches had actually burned. I kept putting them in the same spot, and they burned my skin a bit. So now I rotate, you know, I might put them on the arms, on my stomach, but not the same spot every single time. So be mindful of that. But like I said, it's been over 2 months. This is working for me, and I just couldn't wait to share my information with everyone, because sleep is important. You really have to get a good night's sleep consistently. So this is what's doing it for me. My mother-in-law recommends this Mary Ruth's sleep aid, this Mary Ruth's liquid nighttime multi-mineral sleep product. It's available on Amazon. It's also available on the Mary Ruth's website. I have not tried it. Again, with having bariatric surgery, I'm very particular about products that I take, and I'm cheap. The mineral, the multi-mineral is $40 for this this portion right here. And when you've spent so many years of trying to take different products and try to find the right thing, you try to find things that are reasonably priced too. So I didn't want to spend the $40 for this, but she swears by it. She swears by it. As you see, they also have a valerian root product and other multivitamins. They have children's vitamins. So certainly check them out. Like I said, they're on Amazon. They have a link to their store and they have their own website. So that's it. I'd love to hear what works for you or what you've tried so we can compare notes. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love to connect with you on a regular basis. If you can subscribe, you'll get notifications on all of our new content that we have. And you can go to our solo page so that you can connect to all of the channels that we have currently going right now. So thanks for tuning in. Talk to you soon.